So I've been doing a series on entitlement mentality. So if you've been following my series, I have talked about what entitlement mentality is, the causes, the signs that you're an entitled person, and how to deal with them. But if you are on the other side of the divide, for instance, you are the person, experiencing an entitled person, right? You constantly you're in contact with an entitled person. People are constantly placing demands on you, and they feel entitled to it. How do you deal with those people? How do you emotionally and maturely deal with those people, right? This is what I want to be talking about in today's video. Hi, my name is 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐌𝐚. I am a mindset coach. I share content on all things related to mindset, mental health, emotional well-being, and wellness to help you upgrade your mind, your life, your finances, and business. So if you love content on all these things that I mentioned, subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified of my video the next time that I drop one. Yeah, so in today's video, I'm talking about how to deal with entitled people who are entitled, right? How do you deal with them? That's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. Now, it's very important to know and tell yourself the truth. You can't fix them, right? So I've shared some tips, right, on how to work on your entitlement tendencies. Now, you can just basically send these videos to them, but you can't decide or try to fix them, right? You can only help them, you can only guide them, but you cannot fix them. So if someone is an entitled person, you need to learn to deal with them on your own, and not trying to fix them. Oh, you're not supposed to be entitled. You actually cannot even fix them. It's just like an impossible task, right? But you can help them, and you can deal with them maturely, without having to hurt yourself or the other person. Yeah, and that's what I want to talk about in today's video. So how do you deal with them? Number one, don't nourish it. So if you feel like somebody is entitled, and they are constantly entitled to your time, your money, your ideas, your stuff, everything, they're entitled. Don't nourish it. When they place demands on you or anything, don't give in. Don't always give in, even if it's something that you can actually do, right? Because if you do it today, tomorrow they're going to come with a bigger tax and you do it. Next tomorrow they're going to come with a bigger tax and you do it. So don't nourish it, because when you nourish it, you are giving them room to still remain entitled, right? So don't nourish it at all. Don't fuel it, right? Except it's something that you cannot that you don't mind doing, one, and it's something that is just absolutely necessary for you to do. Maybe they can't do it, and you know that, oh, if you don't do it for them, something terrible is going to happen, or they're just going to lose something, then you can do it. But don't always give in to their demands. That is number one. And then number two is be assertive. Practice assertiveness, right? Learn to say no and stick with it. Don't say no and then you start thinking, hey, how do they feel now? How do they feel that I said no? How do they feel that I said I can't do this? Okay, let me just help them. I mean, she already told them no. And after they will not come out. No, you are nourishing it. So be assertive. Learn to say no if it's going to inconvenience you, and you know that you don't want to keep encouraging their entitled mentality. You need to be assertive in saying no. Say no and don't look back. Right? Say no. Practice assertiveness. If you're saying no, be firm in your no. So number three is set boundaries, right? Set boundaries for, if you are going to do something for them, you could set boundaries on your time. You could say, okay, I will help you get this one done, but not this one because I have other things doing, right? I could help you do this, but not this because this and this and this is what I have going for me. So you need to set boundaries on your time. You need to set boundaries so that they don't, and always gleefully encroach into your time, and you can't even say anything about it. So you need to be able to set boundaries, right? And then number four, don't get caught up arguing. Now, one thing that entitled people like to do is, when they don't get what they want, they tend to almost want to bully you. It could even be emotional bully, right? They could want to bully you into doing something, doing it for them. And sometimes they could even get to start arguing, oh, this and this, so you can't do this for me, and you even have the time, you can't blah 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 blah. No, don't get caught up arguing. One thing that entitled people hate so much is giving the silent treatment. So when you just like you ignore them, ignore their tantrums, all the tantrums that they are throwing, you just give them the silent treatment and just go about doing what you want. They could get frustrated and they just end up doing whatever it is they want to do by themselves, right? So don't get caught up, right, trying to argue with them. And then number 5 is that call them out with love and respect. So if they do something or they place demands on you and you don't like the way they're always encroaching into your time, you could call them out in love and respect and tell them, oh, I'm sorry, but I don't think I should be the one doing this for you. So for instance, maybe at work, a particular colleague just feels like, oh, you should always pick up their lunch for them. If you are going to that direction where their lunch is maybe the same restaurant, you could tell them, oh, it's because I'm actually going there and that's why I can get it for you. But then maybe you're not. You could tell them that, oh, I'm sorry, it's going to inconvenience me and I will not be able to do it. I would love to, but I can't do it. Call them out in love and respect. Let them know that you don't like your time, your privacy and whatnot being encroached into, right? And if you want to do something, you will have to do it willingly, not them demanding it forcefully from you, right? And then the final one, number 6, is to use wish statements, wish fulfillment statements. Yeah, use wish fulfillment statements. So what does that mean? So you could say something like, when they say, oh, BC, can you please, maybe they don't use it yourself. Basically, pick up my lunch for me, and you're like, oh, I wish I could, I really wish I could, but unfortunately, I will not even be having lunch today, so I will not be able to do that. Hey, BC, write out everything in that document for me, or send that document for me right away, or ASAP and all that. And you're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I wish I could, but right now my hands are tied. I have lots of tasks or lots of things that I need to get done and sorted, so you may have to do that yourself. So you could use the wish fulfillment statement and let them know that you really wish you could help them, however you cannot, right? So I hope these tips help. And then sometimes actually you may actually just need to cut off entitled people, like totally, because no matter what you do, they're never going to have any of it. The people who are just chronic entitled people, right, have this chronic entitlement mentality, and they feel like, oh, everything, they could just place demands and without having to do anything, right? So you could sometimes you may have to, it may come to the extent where you just cut them off, right? And you don't have to feel bad for it. If you know that, oh, I don't like the way this person is always encroaching into my time and always demanding things from me without even doing anything or giving back in return, you could cut them off, right? You could cut them off, and you may have to do that eventually, right? So I hope these tips help. We have come to the end of the series. If something else comes up, if I get a question and you have questions or thoughts on something that I do not cover in this series of entitlement mentality, you could let me know. So far I've talked about basically everything about entitlement mentality, what it is, what it's not, and the causes why people are entitled, so that you can even have a better understanding of why some people are. And then signs that you may even have entitlement mentality and you don't even know. And then if you think that you have, how to deal with it, right? And then if you're the person on the other end, right, how do you deal with those people who are entitled? So I've covered all of these things in the series, right? So if you have any questions or something that I do not cover, you could share with me, and I'll be happy to do a video on that, or answer your question if it's not something that deserves or demands a video, right? So thank you so very much for following in this series. I hope that you were able to learn something. I hope you were able to gain something valuable. If you did, please let me know what you learned in the comments, and also like this video, right? Because it helps with the YouTube algorithm to share this video with more people who would, benefit from it. So please like this video, and also share this video. If you've learned something and you feel like someone else is going to benefit from it, you could share this video with somebody else. You could share this video with people that you care about, and just basically anybody that you think that they're going to learn something from it. And very importantly, if you're new here, subscribe to this channel and become a part of the family. Yeah, become a part of the family. And when you do, turn on the notification bell, because it helps you stay notified of my videos the next time that I drop a video. So you're going to be like the first person to be notified. Alright, so thank you so very much once again for watching this video and the series. Thank you for following. I hope you've been able to learn something, right? I hope you've been able to learn a lot from this series. Thank you very much. My name is Juliet Israel. I am a mindset coach, and for now, it's a bye-bye.